Hi guys. I hope you guys had a good day today. Enjoyed the rain and the sunny weather. So this is the review for lesson 7.4. Now, unfortunately, only a few students did very well with the assignment, where I'm seeing that the majority of you are still struggling with this new skill. Okay, so please watch this video more than once. And if you're still struggling, guys, listen, I know you're spending a lot of time on TikTok and YouTube. Just take some time and look for videos that help you with math, okay? All right, so let's look at question number 1. It says that Katie spends about 2/3 of an hour at a meeting. So if she went to 2 meetings, how long would that be? So we're gonna practice multiplication. So we have 2/3 times 2. Boys and girls, when there's a whole number, I'm gonna put a number 1 underneath the whole number. Okay. And then I multiply my numerators. And then I multiply my denominators. So 2 times 2 is 4 and 3 times 1 is 3. So my answer is 4/3. Okay, now the question for number 2 is, what number is this fraction in between? What 2 numbers is it in between? So if I draw a number line, and the number line has like 1, 2, 3, and 4, let's say, right? Where is this fraction? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do long division. Do you see that the numerator is bigger than the denominator? That means I can divide. This is called an improper fraction. So I'm going to divide 4 by 3, okay? So 3 goes into 4 one time, and then I multiply 1 times 3 is 3, and then subtract, and I have a remainder 1. And I'm going to put this remainder over my divisor to make a fraction. So my answer is 1 and 1/3. Now, if I look on this number line, where would I put 1 and 1/3? Hopefully you're thinking between the 1 and the 2, right? So what you were supposed to write for number 2 is between 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, number 3, Jack spends about 5/6 miles at the meeting. So how much will Jack spend walk after 4 meetings? Okay, so times 4. 5/6 times 4. So I'm just gonna put a 1 under the 4 and multiply my numerators. So 5 times 4 is 20. And 1 times 6 is 6. Okay, so my answer for number 3 is 26. Now, number 4. What numbers is 26 in between? Okay, so the same thing. If I have like a number line and it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? There's my number line. So where is 26 in between? Because a lot of you got this part correct. A lot of you are able to do the multiplication, but then you're struggling with finding out like where on the number line is that fraction. Okay? So the easiest way to do that is to divide. So I'm going to divide 20 divided by 6. Now, think about the 6 times tables. On the 6 times tables, what number is closest to number 20? You have 6, 12, 18, right? So I multiply 3, because 3 times 6 will give me 18. And then I subtract. 20 minus 18 is 2. And then my remainder, I'm going to put it over my divisor. 2/6. So my answer is 3 and 2/6. So where on the number line would you find 3 and 2/6? Hopefully you're looking somewhere in between 3 and 4, right? Between 3 and 4. So that is my answer for number 4. It's going to be between 3 and 4. Okay, Maria walked 4/3 of a mile. How long will she walk after 7 meetings? Okay, so here's 4/3 times 7. I put a 1 underneath my whole number. I multiply my numerators. 4 times 7 is 28. And 3 times 1 is 3. And what numbers is this in between? So I'm going to divide 28 divided by 3. 3 goes into 28 9 times. 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract, and I have a remainder 1. I'm going to put my remainder over the divisor. So 9 and 1/3. So if I have a number line, boys and girls, what number is 9 and 1/3 in between? Hopefully you're thinking it's between 9 and 10. Okay, number 7. I think her name is pronounced Mapera. If she went to the meeting 6 times, how long will she walk? So she walks 9/10 of a mile. So now I multiply times 6. Put a 1 underneath the 6. Multiply my numerators. 9 times 6 is 54. And 10 times 1 is 10. Okay. Now, what 2 numbers is this in between? So now I'm going to divide 54 divided by 10. Think about your 10 times tables. What number on the 10 times tables is closest to 54? 50, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's 5 times. And then I subtract. So, and my remainder 4, I'm going to put it over my divisor. So that's where I get the 4/10. So that's why my answer is 5 and 4/10. So 5 and 4/10. Here's my number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where would you put 5 and 4/10 on the number line? Okay, hopefully you're thinking here between the 5 and 6. So that is my answer, between 5 and 6. And then number 9, just solve. I put a 1 underneath the whole number, multiply the numerators. 6 times 1 is 6, and then multiply the denominators. 1 times 2 is 2. Some people said 3, and that's correct as well. Okay, and 9 times 3/4, I put a 1 underneath the 9, multiply 9 times 3, 27, and multiply 1 times 4 is 4. All right, boys and girls, have a good night, and we're going to review again tomorrow.